This is a complete tutorial for assembling an electric vehicle lithium battery pack. The capacity rate of the battery cell, the rated current of the BMS, and the load power in advance. You will need 20 new battery cells, and ensure that the capacity, internal resistance, and voltage are consistent. The first step is sorting and welding the battery cells. Arrange them according to the size of the battery box, and combine the cells with the BMS, planning the total negative and positive terminals of the battery in advance. Then arrange the cells in series, ensuring insulation between each cell in series with epoxy boards, to prevent wear between the cells that could lead to short circuits later. Once the cells are secured, weld the connecting plates for the series of batteries. It's recommended to use laser welding to minimize internal resistance, ensuring stable voltage collection and extending the lifespan of the entire battery pack. The second step is connecting the BMS. Place the BMS according to the planned location. Prepare the sample wiring that comes with the original factory setup, with a total of 21 wires for 20 battery cells. Now we start welding the sample wiring. Here is the total negative terminal for the lithium battery. Still B0. Connect to the negative terminal B0 and solder the second one to B1. The third data collection wire will connect to battery B2. The fourth data collection result will connect to battery B3, and so on. The final red data collection connector will be connected to the positive terminal B plus B20. After the wiring is welded, use a multimeter to measure the voltage between adjacent wires. The first group is 3.253 volts. The second group is 3.252 volts. The third group is 3.256 volts. The fourth group is 3.253 volts, and so on, ensuring that the voltage of each series of batteries is consistent. Or you can use a voltage detection instrument, with each group of voltages approximately around 3.25 volts. The voltage difference should be around 4 millivolts if there are no issues with the wiring. If the voltage difference exceeds 1 volt, check if the sampling wires are poorly welded or incorrectly connected. Once you confirm that there are no issues with the welding, just weld the BMS negative terminal to the battery's overall negative terminal. Then connect the sample wire to the BMS. Successfully install the temperature control sensor. If it's an intelligent BMS, the Bluetooth module must connect to the smart BMS. Then turn on Bluetooth on your phone, connect to the BMS, and set the battery capacity in the app. Also confirm the battery type and the number of series, and correctly check the battery status on the home page. Then we can manually turn off the discharge switch, making the upcoming wiring safer. If it's a hardware BMS, use a multimeter to measure the voltage from the BMS negative terminal to the battery positive terminal, and from the battery negative terminal to the battery positive terminal. If the voltages are consistent, it indicates that the protection board is functioning properly. Lead a wire from the total positive terminal of the battery to the BMS P negative wire and connect them together to the positive and negative output terminals. Also, make sure whether a high current plug is needed. You may also install a power meter, then ensure insulation with epoxy boards, and use heat shrink film for waterproofing before packing. Finally, load the vehicle and connect the load. Remember to connect the load properly to the BMS. Then turn on the discharge switch.